Public speaking? I speak to myself on the street. Public speaking, for me, or speaking even in front of a handful of people, is my greatest fear. Public speaking is something I fear more than death itself. I have a fear of public speaking. It's very hard work. Words are not my skill, and because they're not my skill, I have to work doubly hard. I enjoy my public speaking. That's what I love doing. It's what I'm good at. I think you've got to like people. There are MPs who are either painfully shy or who don't like public speaking or don't socialize very well, and you just think this must be the worst job in the world for them. The moment for me, thinking I might actually want to do comedy professionally, was when I did public speaking at school. I found out I was good at getting up in front of class. In the 5th grade, I did a speech on comedy. I'm pretty shy. I'm so bad at public speaking. I can answer questions in front of a crowd, that seems to be fine, but standing up there by myself and delivering some kind of speech, I'm the worst. I hate it. We don't always have an accurate view of our own potential. I think most people who are frightened of public speaking and can't imagine they might feel different as a result of training. Don't assume you know how much potential you have. Sometimes the only way to know what you can do is to test yourself. My biggest fear was public speaking, and then having everyone know who I was. It was definitely weird at first. When I first won, it was definitely a culture shock. It was something I wasn't quite ready for. My day-to-day varies. I do some public speaking. I talk to school groups. I spoke at a number of conventions, like for pharmacists and cosmetologists, so I've done a lot of public speaking in my life. In the daytime, I was studying at school, and in the evenings, I was a stage kid. I was trained in theater and public speaking. I was a really active kid. I've been an educator all my life pretty much. It's important as a manager and also as a record label, to educate your artists on public speaking, how to build that connection, how to communicate effectively, to have a general working knowledge of the music industry. Sorry, public speaking isn't really my strong side. I blush easily. I have difficulty meeting people's eye, difficulty with public speaking, the normal afflictions of the shy, but not to a paralyzing degree. I was first spotted for a modeling career, and there's no talking involved in that. The thought of doing any sort of public speaking at that time would have terrified me, so that was something I sort of had to learn. See, I would never have Beyoncé up here public speaking. She's not good at it. Solange was just at Yale. She's incredible at it. I want to do public speaking and cause campaigning. I want to write a book. Doing stand-up is not normal. People fear public speaking above all other things, and I am no different. When I went to Los Angeles right after high school, I got some acting jobs, and I never, ever wanted to be an actress. Public speaking and acting make me want to vomit, but I have never been nervous singing. When it comes to public speaking, I stumble on my words, sweat, and pull at my clothes. People think actresses find public speaking easy, and it's not easy at all. We're used to hiding behind masks. I majored in sociology and never took a single music-related course, much less any kind of class in public speaking, no confidence for it, none. Yet I still had a passion for it that burned inside me. When you start at catering college, nobody prepares you for a book tour or public speaking. I support myself by public speaking and trying to work on as many appropriate and legitimate ventures as I can. I used to fear public speaking. My voice would shake. I used to forget to breathe. Now it's pretty easy for me. For many years, I didn't even like the idea of doing a one-person play. Public speaking got me past that. I've always been good at public speaking, but I never really enjoyed it. Then I started to really enjoy it, and that's made all the difference. Being introverted, it doesn't mean necessarily being shy or being afraid of public speaking. It just means that it's hard for me to interact with people for too long. I was always a clown. In the 8th grade I won a city speech contest by doing an Eddie Murphy routine. I'm no good at public speaking, but if I can assume a role and speak as that person, then I'm fine. When I had to give a book report, I always did it in character. I failed public speaking in grade school, 'cause I was so nervous and scared. I was planning to go into law or politics. I was well known for my public speaking. I went to an all-girl boarding school with uniforms. It was very posh for someone like me who came from a world where my parents showed beagles and sold dog products out of a yellow Caravan. I'm shy at public speaking, which is tough. When I was in the 6th form I presented a cable and satellite program about music, television and video. I used to do public speaking competitions. When I accept an invitation for a public speaking engagement, my purpose is to share the Tom story and our giving mission. In no way do I believe this means I endorse every single aspect of that organization. That may be naive, and you may disagree, but it is my sincere belief. I didn't go to fancy schools or come from money or from a family that valued law or public speaking in any shape or form. If you're public speaking, imagine yourself feeling confident. If you're nervous about a date and thinking, I'm gonna be a dork, picture yourself being funny. Then it will be familiar to your brain. I took a public speaking class in college and managed to make the class laugh a little bit. I do a lot of public speaking and presentations, and I'll always start with a self-deprecating joke to make everybody feel comfortable with my size, because there can be hang-ups and anxieties. The fear of public speaking is a primal fear. You can train your body to not be crazy when you're doing it, but it truly is a primal fear. I fell into acting because I was really shy, and so at night after work, I took public speaking and improv classes, and I started going to auditions sort of as a dare. That was my version of fear factor. I had a bad experience doing public speaking at school. I had to talk about a pen for 5 minutes and it was really hard work. I couldn't wait to get off the stage. I used to be incredibly afraid of public speaking. I started with 5 people. Then I'd speak to 10 people. I made it up to 75 people, up to 100, and now I can speak to a very large group, and it feels similar to speaking to you one-on-one. Fear paralyzes you, fear of flying, fear of the future, fear of leaving a rubbish marriage, fear of public speaking, or whatever it is. Like most people, I hate public speaking. Some introverts are perfectly comfortable with public speaking. I'm not one of them. There was kind of a pivotal moment in my life in junior high school when my English teacher told me I should be a part of the public speaking competition. A lot of people think that public speaking means that you are standing at a podium giving a speech, but public speaking comes in lots of different formats. I'd rather go on stage and talk or do public speaking than sing. Singing is very scary. It's very exposing. It was only after a visit to a learning center, where they taught me public speaking, that my personality emerged. I went to private school in Manhattan, and at a young age, they made us do public speaking. For some reason, I was good at standing in front of the class and speaking. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.